Hello, everybody. Bear with me. I'm back with a special video, and what I'm going to do is four fragrances from three indie brands. And the reason I did that is because in my sample box I have multiples from different ones where I want to keep them together. So this is just a hodgepodge of ones. Three of the ones I'm going to do came from Emily at Shelter In Perfumes, but they're not hers. Two of them are from one called Querelle. And it used to be called Aqua de Querelle. And the other one is from City Rhythm. She sent me San Diego. And she sent this with my last order. And she said I didn't have to do this video. That wasn't why. She wanted me to wear them for me. But anyway, I thought I would say what I have on them. I'm not going to create a scent day on any of these. So that's that. And then the other one I pulled out was, I never got to this. It's called Image of a Gangster. And this is from Makin Scents. And it's Mike Dinsmore. And I ordered this. He has a lot of these 17 mil things, and he creates mixtures of fragrances. So that's what I'm doing. This arm has City Rhythm. It's San Diego or Pacific Sunset. This one has Image of a Gangster by Makin Scents. And these two are the Querelles. And this one's called Eau de Cologne. And this one's called Nite Tide, I believe. Nite Tide, yeah. And so in all these, I'll just give Mrs. Fritz rating. She liked this. She liked San Diego. She was okay with this in the beginning, which is the Image of the Gangster. She liked this too, but not as much as she liked the San Diego. But again, this when I get this is more a gentleman's cologne. And then this, now it never got to like it at all. But I'll tell you about this one. So anyway, that was, initially this was like a 7. This was a 6 or something. This was, she grudgingly gave it a 7. And this was a 4 or 5 to Mrs. Fritz. And I've been wearing them for a long time. She just left and we went through it a couple times. So that's that. I gave initially this a 7. I gave this one a 7. I gave this one a 7. And this one I gave a 5-6, but this one's pretty interesting. So anyway, let's talk about City Rhythm. City Rhythm, when I first smelled it, I thought I got coconut. I didn't look up the notes on any of these when I did them. I did know this one, but I didn't know City Rhythm. I didn't know what it had in it, and I thought I was getting coconut. And then when I'm like, wait a minute, I have this. I have something like this. And then I looked up the notes, and boom, it just hit me right off. It started smelling like the almond vanilla in Pegasus, and that's what I guess I can get confused with coconut and almond and vanilla sometimes. And not only has almond, it has heliotrope, and then vanilla, but also it has other fragrance. It has citrus in there and a few other things, and it really does smell good. I mean, I like Pegasus, so I do like this, and it dries down to a nice vanillic. And the almond's not too bitter. It's really nice. It is a nice fragrance. It's like I said, I gave it a 7 and it stayed 7, 8 the whole time. I don't want to say it smells like Pegasus because to other people it probably doesn't. It's not meant to smell like Pegasus, but it's like one of those things when you smell if you smell pineapple, birch, and whatever that elder note is in there in the triad of Venice, you automatically go there. So as soon as I smelled that vanilla almond, for me, I went to Pegasus. But I don't think that's what it smells like, and I don't think it was intended to. And anyway, that's that. I do like it, and like I said, I give it a 7 or 8. I'm trying to go fast here because I've had to do this a couple times. Then this one here, this is the Image of a Gangster, and this is actually what he does is he does I don't want to say copies. He makes his version of different fragrances. And this is a mixture of two of those fragrances. One is Ombre Leather by Tom Ford, and the other one is Portrait of a Lady. I forget who that's by. I should know, but it's Portrait of a Lady. I don't have it. So this is a really simple one. This is a leather rose, and it stays leather rose, and it's X straight. And in fact, that may have did something to all these fragrances because of how strong this is. But it just stays leather rose, and it's really good smell. If you can imagine layering those two, that's what you get out of this. So now bring me to Querelle. Querelle, the Eau de Cologne. When I first smelled it, it reminds me of something in the 60s or 70s, a fougere. I think that's what it is. It's a fougere. and it's a gentleman's fougere. The very first one I thought it might remind me of is like Eau Sauvage. And Miss Fritz doesn't like that. When we go in the store, she doesn't really like that. But I don't think it's actually that. It's a mixture of other, other things. And anyway, it's just a gentleman's cologne. It's a gentleman's fougere, and it's very good. I actually liked it. I gave it a 7. It stayed a 7 the whole time, 7.8. So this is the one I wanted to talk about, though, Nite Tide. This is the one. Initially, I couldn't get it. I didn't like it, and Miss Fritz never liked it. And supposedly it's supposed to be mean where the ocean meets the forest. It says, and then I'm thinking Nite Tide, like high tide at night. And then I looked up where the guy's from, and he's from Seattle. His name's Chad Bilsma, and he's from Seattle. And I'm thinking, okay, what's the Nite Tide going to be like when it gets all the way up into Seattle? That's not really on the coast. That's coming into a bay or a sound. And that's what I smelled. It was like brackish water. That's what it would mean to me. It was like brackish, dirty. It was dirty. But I actually started to like it, because of that. I actually, this is something that, would make a statement. And that's what I got of it. And the interesting thing about this, he has something called marine notes. And you can say marine notes anywhere. There's lots of Marines. There's Marines in Taipei, and there's Marines in Venice, California, and Venice, Italy. So there's Marines everywhere. One Marine doesn't, and Marine means the sea, but, sea comes in the sounds, it's out there in the ocean, sea. So for me, saying marine notes, it just gives the salt air, I guess, and around wherever you're around a Marine. And as I said, he's in Seattle, and maybe that's the smell of the Marine to him, being in the sound of Seattle. I've been to Seattle too. I went out there for the first Union game, Philadelphia Union game against Seattle Sounders. I was there with Sons of Ben. But anyway, so and I was in King's Market. So anyway, this is that's what this is to me. It's like a pirate scent. I actually liked it. It had to grow on me, but now I do like it. I mean, I like it because of that dirtiness it has. And on this, it has that marine nut and it has the aldehydes. And that's another one, that aldehydes, to me, aldehydes just means a process, like a chemical process. I know Chanel No. 5, I looked it up, Chanel No. 5 is the first one I used it. But, aldehydes is just, to me, it's just fumes. It's what's made out of a chemical process, a chemical mixture. So that really doesn't say what it's going to smell like in my head. And, I don't know what aldehyde I'm getting from that aldehyde, but it's some kind of, and then interesting, it does have florals in between those, and it has good ones, rose, I think, jasmine, and something else. But yeah, so it's good. For me, it's good. All of them were good, and I'm getting a little late here, so these are really hard to do. I mean, I'm not really doing justice to these people, and I'm gonna tag them, and you shouldn't buy on me anyway. I'm not a reviewer. I'm just doing these because I don't want to do a scent a day on each one of them. And I'm just doing them whenever I get a chance. So again, the houses were City Rhythm, and then it was Makin Scents, and then it was Querelle, which was Aqua de Querelle, and I think he still has the same website. And Emily from Shelter In Perfume, she's the one that sent me the City Rhythm and the 2 Querelles. And I do want to say about the Querelles, I couldn't find much on them, but I did find Olfactophile. I know her. We're on Twitter together. On Instagram. So I know her. We follow each other. And I didn't know she had a YouTube channel, but she does a series of these with another guy named Brandon from Da Vinci's Alchemist. I don't know who he is. And then this guy who made these Querelles, he was on something called Experience in Fragrances with Enema. So if you want to see something on these two, you'd go on YouTube, and that's where you would find it. And maybe get a better idea, get a better understanding of what I'm telling you about these fragrances. City Rhythm, you'll be able to find lots of reviews on that. And I'm not sure about Image on the Gangster, but I'm telling you what it is. It's ombre leather and Portrait of a Lady. And that's what it's intended to be, and that's what it is. And it's extrait, and it's a leather rose combo. So, if you like leather rose, you'll like this. And they were all good to me. I liked them all, and I thank Emily for sending them to me. So with that, I'm going to end it because it's 9:45. And please pray for peace, and please be kind. And I'll see you again whenever. Bye.